Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we are back at Target. They've been coming fast and furious with their spring and summer styles, and full disclaimer, this one is primarily neutrals, heavy on the white. So I tried to like rearrange everything on the rack so it wouldn't seem like everything I ordered was white, but there's a lot of white in here. It's just one of my favorites for the warmer months. So everything we talk about today will be listed and linked down below, starting off with this bag. I mean, who doesn't need a great straw bag for their spring summer collection? And I loved just the sculptural design of this. So pretty. This is a natural straw bag. You do have no closure at the top, so just keep that in mind, and it is pretty stiff, so you're not going to be able to put a lot in here. Now it does come with what I think is a faux leather handle wrap, presumably to keep the integrity of the straw underneath, but to be honest with you, I feel that black is distracting, so for me I will probably cut that off. So moving on to dresses. The first one I'm going to show you is a white dress. I'm sure you're shocked to see that on this channel. I have an addiction to white cotton dresses in the summertime. This one is 100% cotton, as is everything you're gonna see here today. If you guys are new to my channel, I've been actively flipping synthetics out of my closet in favor of natural fibers, and cotton and organic cotton in the spring and summer is my favorite, actually year round, but especially in the warmer months. So this is a beautiful midi length dress. Obviously it has a puff sleeve, and then it has this really delicate detailing along that slight little V-neck, continues on the collar, and then look at the beautiful cuff at the end of the sleeve, just like such a tailored touch. There are there pockets? No pockets, but this is, like I said, a midi length. It does have a tiered skirt and then just a classic design in the back. This is a little bit see-through, so obviously stick to your nude undergarments whenever you're wearing a white anything. And this does have a lining on the skirt, but it is rayon. I don't know why Target seems to toggle between cotton linings, which obviously is my preference, and rayon linings. But I just love how this dress has a lot of feminine touches without getting like hyper feminine. You know what I mean? Like sometimes they go crazy, but this has just the right amount of simplistic beauty to it. Target video, I showed you guys this pair of pleated cotton shorts, like in this beautiful brown tone. So I saw them in black and thought, this is interesting. Like, black shorts are a great way to dress up your wardrobe. If you work in an environment that allows shorts in the summertime, these do have a 5-inch inseam, so they're a little bit longer. And then you do have pleating in the front, which gives them a dressier touch. This tie can detach, so you can add your own belt. You can go without a belt. It looks great either way. And then you have faux pockets in the back, so nothing is bulking you up back there. But again, this pair of shorts I loved playing around with because it looked just as good with like a plain white tank top for a really low-key vibe. But then it looked just as good dressed up, again, for an occasion or the office with something like a classic linen shirt. Enjoy a cotton dress that has a little bit of like a frou-frou moment going on, you want to check this one out. I know it looks a little much on the hanger, like it looks pretty intense, but once you put it on, it just kind of like melts into this beautiful feminine look. This collar is so stunning. That design work continues on the back. This is not lined, but I did find that it is a thick enough cotton that you're not showing off everything underneath. This is a mixed material, so keep that in mind. I know some people cannot stand mixed material. I happen to be one of them. I did not realize it was that type of design until I got it in my hands. Nonetheless, the ruffle detailing is more of like a cotton poplin, whereas the bodice is more of like a cotton jersey. Now, for whatever reason, I got this in a medium. I have no idea why, because it felt so big on. I was like, what is going on with this top? That's why. Normally I'm a size small. And it does have a little bit of gathering at the waist, which allows you to blouse it to give it a really beautiful classic look. This dress keeps selling out, they restock it. It sells out, they restock it. I actually turned on my notifications for them to let me know when a small comes in, because the extra small is just a tad too tight in the bodice for me. But love the navy color. Oh my goodness. These sleeves are so darling with that ruffle detail. I love the squared off neckline. It does have Swiss dot detailing, so you have a little bit of texture on the fabric, and then she does have pockets, and it is a longer length. Another tiered skirt. That tends to be my default these days. What gives this dress some character is the back. You have smocking, but then you have this opening here. One thing I will say, just the cut of the top does allow for some armpit showage. So if you do not like that, you probably want to avoid this dress. But if you don't mind, just such a sweet option for the warmer months. This next top was love at first sight, both online and as soon as I pulled it out of the packaging. This top, I cannot believe, came from Target. Look at all the design elements. Again, you have another squared off neckline with that lace detailing. You have embroidery throughout, especially on these beautifully voluminous balloon sleeves. Oh my goodness, my heart is like going a mile a minute. I love this top. And then that gorgeous scalloped eyelet detailing at the bottom. One of the purposes of this order for me is to start filling in gaps in my wardrobe. I've been taking an axe to my closet. I am getting rid of things, I am purging, and so I have a lot of like holes and spaces I want to refill with certain types of design elements. You guys know I tend to be very, very picky. So one of the things I want to add to my closet is a puff sleeve white cotton mini dress. So saw this one, and there were lots of elements to this that I really enjoyed. Again, with that squared off neckline, which is definitely a trend for spring and summer. This is another one with beautiful puff sleeves that do hit right around the elbows, and then you do have an elasticized moment occurring at the end. Not my favorite, but you can get it to work. Just a sweet midi length. This does have pockets, and then you do have this little tie design in the back with some smocking. This is another one, unfortunately, that they went with a rayon lining for the skirt. Do not know why. I'm gonna ask my husband, who tends to be an excellent seamstress, if he thinks I could take out that rayon lining and still maintain the integrity of the dress without it becoming like a transparent nightgown moment. But other than that rayon lining, I just love the style of this. It is so classically sweet. I am so drawn to this color story. I just think it screams for spring and summer. This is another top that does incorporate the mixed material moment. I don't know why they did that, but the ruffle detailing at the end of the short sleeves is, again, more of that cotton poplin, whereas the body of the top feels more like a traditional t-shirt. I grabbed a size small for size reference, and then you do have a keyhole design in the back with another tie at the nape of the neck. Okay guys, and the final white dress is this one here. This is another one that, honest to God, every 5 minutes it would sell out, get restocked, sell out, get restocked. This comes in a number of different colors. I gravitated obviously towards the white. Now I did grab the medium. That was the only one they had at the time I placed this order. So this is way too big for me. I really would need a small. If you don't like a high collar, you might want to avoid this, because even when you do unbutton these 4 functional buttons, the collar does tend to like kind of creep up the neck. This is such a gorgeous statement dress. And what I love is it is a finished cuff, and they do have a little button detail as well. All of this beautiful embroidery that you're seeing continues in the back from the collar to the hem. This does hit right around the knee. It does have some of that embroidery at the bottom of the hem, and it is scalloped. So this one is lined with a cotton lining. Just again, a lot of beautiful design elements going on in this dress. Okay guys, so that'll do it for the latest spring summer-ish preview from Target. I cannot wait to start filling the gaps in my own closet, so I will be interested to see what makes the cut out of this order here. As I mentioned before, I will link and list everything for you down below, but in any event, thank you guys so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you're having a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! It looked just as good with like a plain white tank top for a really low-key vibe, as well as what was I saying? Testing 1 2 3 4. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Oh, testing 1 2 3 for sound. Testing 1 2 3 4 sound.